Hey guys, I've been asked by a few people to show you what I take when I go motorcycle camping. So I've pretty much laid out most of what I take here. Start off at the back here. This world famous bag, it's waterproof, and I think it's about 80 liters. And pretty much everything you see here, with the exception of that blue bag, will fit in here. So moving right along, this is the Joey travel chair, which packs down very compact, very lightweight, and it holds up to 300 pounds. Very similar to the Helinox chair, but a fair bit less money. This is something I just picked up. It's a collapsible table. It doesn't weigh very much, but it opens up to double that size. And there's 2 leg height options as well, so that can be used in my tent or can be used as a cooking surface if I don't have a picnic table at my campsite. This is my tent. It's a 2-man tent. The company is Ascent. Very easy to set up and take down. It's only 2 poles, and the tent actually just clips to it, so there's no faffing around with trying to feed it through guy lines or whatever. I've got a bunch of sleeping bags, but this is the one I currently use. I do have a smaller one, but it's a mummy style, and I really don't like the mummy style bags. What I've recently done is, this used to be my Thermo Rest that I used to use, but you can see how big it is. It's not very heavy, but it takes up an awful lot of space in the bag. So I recently upgraded to this one. This is the Thermo Rest Pro Light. So it packs really nice and small. It's physically the same size as this one when it's unrolled. I think it's 27 or 25 by 72. It is not quite as thick though. This is just an inexpensive motorcycle cover, just to protect it a little bit from the rain if we're out camping in the rain. If I'm going to be going somewhere where there's a lake, I usually generally take a fishing rod, collapsible one, and a little bit of tackle, just in that little box there. This is my first aid kit. It's just one that I've made myself, but I use an Eagle Creek packing case to put it all in. These cases are fantastic and come in quite a variety of different shapes and sizes. If I'm going to be camping and know that I'm going to be having a fire, I'll generally take my my axe. This one's a Fiskars X7, and if you go on YouTube, this gets really good reviews. Next, we've got this little bag here, and it's just an assortment of electronics. So I've got a this is just a pop-up clock, alarm clock, headlamp, flashlight, radio, some extra batteries. This is kind of neat because it's actually a flashlight on the top, and then if you unscrew it, if I can do it with one hand here, it pops up and becomes a lantern as well, which really works well in the tent. This just happens to be a little brush and whisk thing for sweeping out the tent afterwards. This is just an inexpensive trowel. If I'm going up north and I know there's going to be bears around, I take some bear spray. After riding, I want to take my boots off and just slip into something comfortable. These are very lightweight Crocs, really good for around the campsite. In here, this is all my medication, bug repellent, and toiletry stuff. This is something I got from the dollar store, which actually I use quite a bit. It's a collapsible bucket, and I use it for two things. Number one, I use it for washing my dishes, and number two, when I first get to a campsite, if there's ice, I fill it with ice and put my beer in it. So there's that. Some electronic gadgets. If you're going to be camping without electricity, you need something to charge your cell phones and everything. So I've got this. This is the Anchor battery pack. It's got a 1 amp output and a 2 amp output, as well as a flashlight. This is actually 15,000 milliamp hours of battery storage. So most cell phones, I believe, are around 1,800 to 2,000 milliamp hours to charge. So that means I could theoretically charge my cell phone 6 to 7 times from this. Something else I take with me is just a simple Bluetooth speaker system, which I use in conjunction with my cell phone. If I'm going to be away from electricity for a while, I'll also take my solar panel, which can in turn hook up to the battery pack and recharge that. If I'm going to be on the road, I can actually charge this from my bike. So, moving over here, I've got 2 Nalgene water bottles, and this is what I use for my water. Inside this one, as you can see, if I'm not at a reputable campsite or if I'm wild camping or something, I've also got a Soya mini water filtration system in there, which is great. So that's pretty much it. The only things that you're not going to see here are my clothes. And generally, if I'm just going for a weekend, I'll take 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 extra shirts, a hat. And the pants I use are usually the cargo pants with the zip off, so that gives me 2 pairs of pants and 2 pairs of shorts. So the only other thing here is this bag here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video on this because there's a fair bit of stuff in here. This is all my eating and cooking equipment, so as I say, I'll do a separate video on that. Alright, thanks guys.